Gosh, I haven't done the fire station in a bit, have I? Click, click. Let's move up. Does it reach? I think it reach. Oof. It's a bit louder than I really want it to be. Let's tone that one down a little bit. Let's make sure that no one's ears get blown out. Wait, what's all this? What's all this then? Water volume, water tone. Oh my goodness. Non-diegetic volume. Man, how is it that this game about power washing has like one of the coolest development cycles I've ever seen in my life? I think I'm just going to turn down the water a little bit, because it's... Oh, 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 oh. Like, everything about this game works so extremely well. It's incredible. There we go. Dirt and grime, baby. Welcome to the land of dirt and grime. And I'm the guy with the gun. Beautiful. Where is the gnome on this map anyway? He's gotta be somewhere. This works surprisingly well. I guess the actual hitbox changes over distance or something. Beautiful. But let's go find that gnome. Shouldn't be too hard, right? I'm pretty good at finding things. There he is. Nice. Delightful. It really makes a man want to say, I'm a gonna win, as they say. They're looking at a new aiming mode where you can aim independent of the camera a little bit. First time I did this, I had to use the scaffolding, but I kind of like this a bit more. From a raw practicality perspective more than anything. Know me, you know me. Give it the old hose down. Wonderful. Oh, Wario, you and your egg salad. Truly a man of art and taste. Couple of streaks. There you go. Things all look relatively, yeah, this is loose stuff. Like, not only do I really like what this game does mechanically, so much, like, you think like, oh, you're gonna do a fire station, right? Oh, let's do this fire station then. No, they add a little drill tower on top. The fire station itself is a relatively interesting design. As they say, egg salad. Because Wario believes in healthy diets. Oh, not quite good. Beautiful. I think I might still have to use the scaffolding on that one. Yeah, that might be a a bit much. Yeah, that's way too much. There you go. How did someone get up here to put graffiti on? Like, not only do they make a bunch of fun stuff for this game, but there is so... Like, they put a meme on every single developer log update, which is, like, that's adorable. If you want to improve your mouse control, you play this game. You get those righteous streaks. I mean, it really needs some more power washing here, but hey. Alright, let's take a look. I think that's the entire exterior done. Let's work our way from up to down. Do basic hose down, then do the finer detailing later. It's like painting a miniature in reverse. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Oh, that went nice and slick. Beautiful. One fell spritz, and the dirt is gone. Ah. What a beautiful set of stairs. Let's go temper with the settings a bit. So what if I turn this all the way up? Alright, I gotcha. What if I turn it all the way down? Oh gosh, it makes it really, really low. Alright, we'll go back to it. What if I turn this down to nothing? Alright, and it sounds a little flat. I don't notice it too much. Might be something that only works in specific areas, though. That's all too common. That is all too common. So, if you wonder why I'm using this really high tool, because I did this twice. I played this a bunch. I'm not new to this rodeo, but I played the game with the intention of only buying the fanciest one at the time, which wasn't even this one, I think. This was before this one was released. There you go. Beautiful. Another dime, another dollar. Beautiful. Sploosh. No way to go sploosh. That old Wind Waker coot. Oh, him and his boat game. Oh, I thought coot just meant like an old man, but apparently it also might mean stupid, which is a bit more insulting than I want that to be. Or that I meant for that to be, I guess is the better phrasing. Oh well. It is all still very schmutzig. It's all the detail stuff too. Ugh. There you go. It has been unschmutzigt. How many more floors remain? Only a few. Be clean, my floors. Be clean. With new Oxy Fresh. Now with new oxidizing flavor. You know you haven't lived until the doctor calls you an absolute moron after you were sent to the ER for eating an entire pack of bleach. Now you know what life is really worth living. Bam! And the dirt is gone. My baby don't dance around because she doesn't dance around. Because she doesn't dance around. Schmutzig. To quote the great Wario, philosopher of the ages, thinker of our times, egg salad. And if you feel that that has some unfortunate connotations with it, well, he's dieting. And egg salads are probably pretty light on fats. Mostly protein, really. Considering how active he is, he deserves it. My baby, don't dance around. Oh, what's this? Mold in a building you burn down on the regular, huh? Luckily, I have my mold-o-vision. I stole it from the CDC shortly after the Great Mold outbreak. Now I'm the only one who can detect these vicious spores and their deadly intent, giving me a competitive edge. Really makes a man feel schmutzig. Gosh. Is the drill tower complete? There's still one windowsill that hasn't been done properly. There you go. Drill tower wall. I could be a firefighter with skills like these. Alright, alright, alright. We're gonna have to do this one properly. With one of these. Oh, I don't have the mouse sensitivity to do that properly. But let's just imagine that they did a cool 360 no-scope and everyone was impressed. Do 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 do. This is by far one of the worst areas to clean in this game. Because it's just so huge. I've listened to someone, I think it was... Gosh, what was his name? I don't know his name anymore. There's a guy on YouTube that I watched who did a review of Ready Player One, but I can't recall his name. If I... Is there a section I can find my... Subscribers? Subscribe for Snoob! I thought it was Rogue something, but... Crimson Rogue! With a K. That's the guy. I think he did a review of Ready Player One, and I think 2 too. And I watched them all on this. Or the very least 1. Or maybe it was 2. No, he talked about the Oni, so that's 2, right? This is a great game to just enjoy. Unlike some games which you can't enjoy. To be fair, it is hard to enjoy something when everything is so schmutzig. All besmirched. But that is a risk we must all take in life. A risk to purge ourselves from the uncleansed. The risk to truly become schön. That's what I call a sweet kickflip. With ya boy. Ah yes, the stairs. It really drives a man to think. Stairs. Gosh, whatever happened to Azerite reactions? You really remind me of Crimson Rogue. I think I can still hear his voice in my head. Gosh, I don't want to do this one now. This is a fun, small area. See, the problem is it's one huge section. And it's just kind of boring to deal with. When it's smaller, it feels more compartmentalized. Where here it just feels like I'm the joke. My baby don't dance around. It's like I'm vacuuming. The funny thing is, this is like the one level where they do this. Every level tends to have a bit more class to it. So I guess it was a learning experience, if anything. Which is good. I much prefer that developer learn from what works and what doesn't. If they get you hung up on things. Hey, meow. Hey, meow. My baby don't dance around. Because it's a baby. Little baby man. Little baby. Gosh, I'm so thankful that Como made those boss baby emotes for me. Well, they're stickers. And really all they are is just, I'm getting big boss baby vibes from this. Because I really like that stupid, I think it's hard drive. Or it's just some Twitter thing. Where it's like guy who has only seen one movie, has only seen Boss Baby says, getting big boss baby vibes from this movie. Oh, I don't know why, but it just cracks me up. It's my kind of humor. It's just my kind of humor. I wonder if today is a special day. A day on which someone has passed away. A day on which something historically significant happened. That isn't someone passing away. That is historically significant. It drives a man to think. Man, this is going way faster than I remember. But it might be because I'm using a high power super spray, and I think I have to use like a... Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'll probably have to use like a way stronger version back then. Ugh, it makes me want to throw up. Let's see if we can get some fun upgrades, you know? I got the money. Oh, I can't buy anything here, huh? Fair enough. My baby don't dance around, down, they don't dance around. Almost sounds like the ending segment of a beauty pageant based episode. Send your child to the beauty pageant, Michael, and watch as you earn $1,000. Michael, tempted by the dark side, sends his child to the beauty pageant. His child is weighed, measured, put on a meat hook and seen how much usable meat is available on this child. As those from Hollywood lick their lips at the sight of another fresh bit of baby meat, Michael begins to have reservations about his decision to sign up his child to the beauty pageant. One of the judges approaches. This child smells like souffle. Blend perfectly. Michael observes as the jury member begins to sprinkle a variety of seasonings upon his child. I am certain this child will be a beauty on my dining table. Michael begins to doubt the intentions of the Hollywood hoagies. Gosh. There's an episode with heart and soul and the American dream. Just complete already, Roof. As Michael's reservations begin to ever increase, the Hollywood executive desires to see his child in private. I just want to see what he looks like on a bed of potatoes. Michael reconsiders signing up his child and desires to leave. However, as he must follow the American dream to whore himself out, there is no alternative. This is your only chance, Michael. You are too old to become rich and famous and will be a slave to your job for the rest of your life, unless I get to see your child on a bed of potatoes with a little gravy. The Hollywood exec was right, and Michael is put in front of a dangerous position. And at that point, you can kind of tell if the movie is made by a corporation by commission, because then they're like, Michael decided to work and support Hollywood's endeavors. After all, Hollywood executives must work quite hard to be able to afford baby meat. Man, I haven't even heard the word cladding until I saw it in that Dragon Age Builder game. And I only saw it in the context of someone else playing it, so... Michael, you fool. You cannot stop Hollywood. We are made of the richest and most powerful men in the world. Gosh. I would love if the narrator just starts narrating the wrong things to break Michael's spirit. Although Michael realizes that there is a moral quandary when it comes to the eating of human babies, he also realizes that the vast majority of Hollywood execs worked very hard to be there and have all the right to do whatever they want to anyone poorer than themselves. Can Michael defeat the narrator? Of course not. I'm omniscient and omnipresent. I am the voice of God himself, Michael. Michael, it's your birthday today. Cake and ice cream are on its way. You've been such a good boy this year. Gosh. How did the rats make some of the best birthday bangers in the world? I don't want to hear from Claire. She'll just say, because they're rats. Dun 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 dun. Where the rats, just where the rats, where the rats, just where the rats. No, I must save this until I'm done upstairs. Dun 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 dun. Where the rats, just where the rats. Like, the system that determines if something is clean is a balancing act. Too harsh, and it's really hard to clean things properly. Too lenient, and walls just fade in out of existence. Where the rats, just where the rats. Where the rats, just where the rats. Celebrating it on a birthday bash. You know, I would honestly kind of love it if there's an option to have him. You know how they always like run in shooter games? They hold the weapon diagonally against themselves and they run forwards. I just feel that'd be kind of a dumb detail to add. Nice and stupid. See the whole thing sway in front of him like it's a firearm. And they said Acrobat wasn't a real Dungeons and Dragons class. I think I'd rather have a larger wall than a larger floor to clean, truth be told. This is kind of why I like vehicles a lot. They're usually a bit more constrained. But the buildings are nice too. I don't know what the right metric would be. I guess that's all developer stuff to figure out now, ain't it? Where the rats, just where the rats. Now we're going to clean the rest of this beautiful place. And let it smile with its beautiful face. Where the rats, just where the rats. Da 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 da. What a beautiful building was hiding inside of us all along. It's all rust. Ew. Don't overspray, you dummies. Yeah, I can see why they went a little. Why they made a whole comment about how they felt it was a little too aggressive. Well, I think that's the fire exit cleaned up. There was a whole wall topper. Michael, you will never get your child, but if you join us, we will let you eat this other man's child. Michael was naturally tempted by the offer to consume human flesh of an infant, as all human beings are. In that moment, he and the Hollywood execs were not that different, now were they? And Michael's just like very tired of the of the narrator telling him how to feel, who he is. And the narrator comes with a real slapping banger. Is Michael even who he thinks he is? If the narrator says so many things, can he even trust his own memories? If only it wasn't Michael's birthday today. What if cake and ice cream were not on their way? We're the rats, yes, we're the rats. Yeah. We're the rats, yes, we're the rats. Celebrating in another birthday bash. Beautiful. What a beautiful place. What a beautiful place. Beautiful. Let it glisten like the sun. There is no cure for the ticking of the clock. It is then that Michael saw his greatest fear, his father's image. Michael, I am your father, and I am here to tell you must take the offer. Have you not wanted to consume child's innocent flesh since your birth? Have you not wanted to sink your teeth into the soft, malleable skull of a baby? Do it, Michael. It is your dream and your only way of becoming that Hollywood executive you've always wanted to be. Of course you're not my father. But honestly, the narrator is going really overboard with these examples. The narrator, of course, denies such accusations. He doesn't go overboard. He's exactly what the story needs. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Always nice to watch a large area flower up. It's the game really going, good job, sport. Now hold on until you feel the click. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. I recall watching someone play, like, I think the Lawnmower Simulator that's come out recently, who, like, actually did professional automated, like, electronic lawnmower stuff. That was neat. The doorstep. Welcome to the doorstep shop. Do you have what it takes to purchase a professional doorstep for your abode or place of residence? Then dare come to the doorstep shop. I really want to know how these maps are made. Like, what are the structural components that it takes to put a map like this together? Like, I understand that everything basically has a sort of a texture that registers cleaning. Because it's basically, it's like playing Splatoon, but in reverse. Or, not in reverse. It's just that you apply a transparent color instead of a... I wonder if that was a problem. Like, applying transparency was a bigger deal than applying a transparent color. Because computers can be like that, where it's like, oh, well, you know, applying transparency requires you to remove the texture, which it doesn't do, but you can recolor it, even if you make it transparent, which is effectively the same. I love moments like that, because this just really shows how dumb computers can be sometimes. They drive a man to think, as I often say. If I could pick my own catchphrase, it will probably be me going, awooga, while my head turns into a large wolf. And there'd be like a chocolate bar off to the side, and I'm like, I want that chocolate bar. Oh boy. Hard at work. Let's kick up the feet for a moment and let our eyes rest and relax. It's important to take a break sometimes, too. Just listen to the sounds. Beautiful. I still have a little candy left. Is it molten? No, it's just me. Delicious. A delicious chocolatey treat. No, wait. I should work on my, solidifying that catchphrase. Awooga! What a delicious bit of chocolate. There we go. Now, if the chocolate company would like to sponsor me, please don't. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be healthy. The chocolate companies want to sponsor me. Terrifying. Oh, I saw that. Na 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 no, no, no. Technically speaking, because it's a bajillion water droplets we're shooting, I guess you could use it has to be this way. But then again, you could probably use that in most gardening situations. I wonder how the fire department will feel that they could see the outside world again. Well, I freed them of years of imprisonment in a dark world of which there is no reprisal. You may have suffered an eternity in hell, but that does not guarantee you a place in heaven. Lucky for you, God works in mysterious ways. So I can just ask him to change his mind, really. It's like, wow, you made a world in which you can randomly get sucked into an eternal damnation that's not hell, and then you have to go to hell afterwards. And it's like, wow, this sounds like a terrible business plan. So, I've been reading up on a bunch of systems lately. 13th Age, 4th edition of Dungeons and Dragons, just a lot in general, and I'm impressed by 13th Age. It really feels like a person's, like just like Pathfinder, it feels like one person's criticism on what it should have done more of, on what 4th edition should have been. The irony being, of course, that 13th Age actually has like the strong Foundry support it takes to make it fun, whereas with 4E, I still have to fill in a whole bunch of information, and I don't wanna. Na 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 na. In the end, I realize I E I U A E O E E. Ooh 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 ah oh oh. E A A. 13th Age is just... It's as combat-focused as 4th Edition is. It's just that it's combat-focused in a different way. It also has background skills, which kind of takes away the goofiness of some things, and it's like a small modifier, I think. Also fun is the standalone house. You can actually clean most of the walls without actually having to hit the symbols. They just vanish on their own. It's great. Just like me trying to do. Who's to judge shark bait from wrong? Who can? We did it! I like how they show the roof, because that's the big part. Ooh, look at that go! Whee! Ah, look at that. Oh, it's so nice! Ooh! Cottage des forages. De là is the French way to say many things. Well, deploy the stairs! Let's see if we can find Sigmundius Gnome. Oh, come on, they turned off the... Who's up on a branch? I cannot seem to find Sigmundius Gnome. Now you really want to get in those corners. Because that's where all the grime builds up on these. Oh, I should probably show this one off. Not even a dent. Shua! Didn't mean to use the big one. So when doing this in story mode, this comes up, basically, the bank robbery in the area. Alright, let's go back to the big one. Scrubba-lubba-lubba, is that true? Well, so far so good. Spritz! And the dirt is gone. Ah, this house, this beautiful. Especially once you've hosed it down, put some soap and wax on it, and, you know, spruce it up a little with a Photoshop program. But, you know, every house goes through those steps. It's hard to say it's unique to this construction and this sale. In the words in the words of the great master, excellent. Let's see. While I was watching this, I was watching, what was it called again? Re something. What was it called again? YouTube Re. Gosh, I don't even recall. Probably found it in my subscriptions though. Problem is, it's got a goofy name that's like RE. There we go. RE Alignment by Hijinks. The first, not the first lesson. It was a whole other episode. That was kind of what I was watching about at the time. I was spritzing my way through this. Now shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Now shooting some b-ball. When a couple of goods who were up to no guys started making trouble. It was like those symbols. Well, you think the chimney extends to the ceiling, yeah. Well, above the roof, as in the segment that counts as that chimney. That chimney. Bubblegum. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to clear my chimney of all the bubblegum. I like the moss growth on this. Very sophisticated patterns. I think they had a tool for that if they really had to do that by hand. Yeah, just spray hot water down a pipe. This can only end well for what's downstairs. Chimney. Chimney cricket. beautiful. This house is a masterpiece. And it's all because of me. Maybe we can see the Sigmundius gnome from here. Zoom button. Oh gosh, there's something I probably should do. Yeah, the stuff I should probably do right now. Let's do a little more before we do that. Do it in a bit. Mom! Let's go wash a few more fences and then we'll do it. Then I'll do it. Mom! Gosh. I can't believe I ended up having a cool goth girlfriend as a mom! And she's like, yeah, sure, kid, whatever. Can you come and pick me up? I'm scared. Yeah, sure, whatever. And they don't show up, and it's like, God. You know, she was a great girlfriend, but, being her child is a weird wish now that I think about it in context. And it sure comes with a lot of downsides. Including the fact that she just committed child neglect on me while I'm scared. Also, I'm pretty sure we'll both get sent to jail if I decide to do anything more than just kiss her on the cheek. And I'm pretty sure she doesn't like being a mom either. Oh. Also, the stupid wish makes me a whoa. And that's the limit. That is where he became mad. His sanity ran out, and suddenly we're playing Call of Cthulhu instead of what? Gosh, that'd be a great way. Like you're just sexting it out with your friends online, on websites whose name I will not be mentioning. And just he's suddenly like, unfortunately, the reality of the situation sets in. Roll for madness. It's the downsides of sexting with a GM. You never know when they actually really want to play Call of Cthulhu, and you're too invested at this point to say no. Listen, man, that sounds like a great time either way. Because now you, the player, are actively involved in the madness. I wouldn't actually recommend trying that without having some degree of consent, because consent is important. And people will feel ridiculed or made fun of or otherwise insecure and not as happy if you pull that one on them without any warning. Fine, I'll go. Where's my text thing? I think Oops BRB encapsulates it just fine already. Boop. Needs to be more in the center now that I got it. Transform, center to screen. Can I give it a... Oh, there are outline options. You could scroll down? Really? There was more to this than I thought? Gosh, outline. Why is this text so stretched? Ugh. Oh, it is stretched. Wait, you can stretch text? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Scale filtering? No, I want to transform it to... Reset transform? Oh gosh, it was this... It was this all along? Ugh. I guess I never did find the font option, so I never really considered that. Vertical option. There's no option for size? Oh, I have to select font? Ugh. Don't be like that. Come on. Typefaces and font. There, that ought to do. Well, that ain't happening. Someone put something in the wash and it's going to be there for 3 more hours. Well, that's slightly upsetting, but alright, I'll live. It's just the laundry. I like how they yell at me, and then they have a wash program for 3 hours. I wonder how water efficient that one is. Because it could just reuse water. It is a washing machine. It doesn't have to dump the water every time it uses it. Just like you use wash in a tub for a while. The heck is this? Oh, that's probably Duo. It's time for Duolingo to bother me. Yep. See, I have this magical brain that's called thinking. Sometimes it comes in real useful. Other times it has me stay up an hour longer than I intend to at night because I'm thinking about stupid probability and mathematical problems. Listen, I just wanted to know what the average of 2d6 was, so I made a matrix in my head of all possible results of 66 without probability concerns for combinational results, which I guess is kind of a... Point is, I made a matrix, tried to figure out what the average number was on that board by doing 36, the total of the board divided by 36, which is close enough for my purposes and ends. Then I realized, whoopsie snickerdoodles, you big dumb idiot. It's keep highest, of course, so the results are these quarter circles of numbers, which... I made some mistakes adding up the numbers together, so I tried to find out the formula that would describe that situation, and I found out it's the number squared minus itself. Well, squared twice minus itself. So for 3, it'd be 3 squared times 2. So 18 minus 3 is 15. Because there's 5 threes, and so forth. And that was nice. Spent a whole bunch of time on that while I was half asleep, so didn't go very fast and took me an hour to go through a whole bunch of experimentation to figure that stuff out. But that was nice. I wonder if that's what mathematicians always do. They have these fun thoughts and experimentations, and they sort things out, and then they're like, oh man, that's such a cool mathematical answer. And then they give each other high fives, and they're like, mathematical! And like math magic shoots out of their fingertips. Why else would anyone participate in mathematics? God dang, this person's been typing for an hour. What's going to come out of them? Let's take all of this into consideration. Mathematical. Hey, what's that? I double posted something here. I need to figure out what I got wrong. Because if I double posted, I must have single posted elsewhere. That's a whole bunch of paperwork to sort out right now. Okay, well, I guess that's all settled. That's annoying, but understandable. Still frustrated about the fact that I made a mistake and all blah, blah, blah. Alright, well, let's get back to business, I guess. No need to tarry much longer. Like I said, I really like the moss on this one. Adds such a nice detail to the highlights. And to the way the cleaning works out itself, too. Because the moss has a different tenacity. Which is the term, of course, that we hardcore power washers use. Ugh. 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 That just means hungry in Chinese. Simplified. I've also got a goal in all the challenges, by the way, in case you're wondering what my pedigree is. If I am to be trusted with my hot tips. I've been around the block a few times, youngsters. Yeah, this roof is a bit too strict. There we go. Always had issues with it. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. God dang it. God dang it. Is what I would say if things were going poorly. This has been your daily alert. Always be ready. The bombs can fall at any moment. The balloon bomb sent by the Guinness World Record Organization. We here at the Guinness World Record Organization promise that we will in fact balloon bomb every single known urban area to secure the world record. The walls are so polite, and then the... Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna need something a bit more. An itch in my eye. My eye. I can't see without my eye. Which one's more pathetic? Being unable to see without your eye, being unable to see without your glasses. Okay, what's up with you, Gate? I've been sleeping poorly lately. Partially because, as I mentioned, I spent a whole night staying up thinking about math. Which, honestly, I don't know if that's better or worse than being unable to stop. Sure, break, little baby. Wait, are we there yet? Are we almost at the part where I get to actually enjoy this level a little bit? Because I just don't like how irregular and misshapen this building really is. Like the roof especially is just so awkward that it's unfun. no, 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 no. So, let's talk about 13th Age a bit, because I think it's one of those games that I never really hear too many people about. Let's talk about Lancer and all. Oh, cool. I like that. It's mold, but only on those two. I was talking about a whole bunch of systems, but I don't hear a lot about 13th. 13th Age is 4E, but it's way more focused on the presentation of a fanciful fantasy. Like, it goes all out with its idea. It does not cheap out on, like, every class has a gimmick, every class has a point and purpose and a way that they do things. Escalation die and the way it handles natural die rolls is very interesting because it leaves you interested in every single person's role, especially the rogue. The rogue's like, oh no, I don't want to get hit, so I have to pay attention during enemy rolls to make sure that I'm using my abilities. And everyone tends to get reactions and fun things. Like, everyone has something to do. And it kind of reminds me of Ironclaw, because in Ironclaw, the way that rallies worked, you kind of had to pay attention to other people's their turns, because what they did on their turn could meaningfully impact you. They could rally you, you could rally them, they might set you up for something, they might counter an enemy, and now your target's gone. Like, you had to actually pay attention in Ironclaw. Even though the combat was relatively not the focus. But the focus in Ironclaw is just nice. It really feels like human people are fighting it out, but without the hit point system. Although I think the damage system is a bit difficult to just explain like that. It has nuances. And a raison d'être. I think that's the back of the house, right? A raison d'être. Maybe I'll do a Shadow Warrior playthrough again soon. Not the modern remaster, or the whatever we want to call that, like the reboot. Because I'm not doing that one again. It was fun playing it on hard mode, but now I've done pretty much everything there is to do in that game, and the memories will stick with me forever. That I will only ever play that game again on the easiest difficulty mode. I really wish more games had easier difficulty modes, but the same amount of enemies as on the harder ones, so you really get to just a nice go for it, you know? Too many games are too uptight about that. Verdigris, which is what happens to, I think, bronze or copper, so where they get all green. The Statue of Liberty has it. It means Greek. Greek. Green. Verde, which means green in Francais. And gris. Greece. The more you know. It's a special kind of rust. We got one more foundation to do. The cellar doors, timber frames. I think it's just this. Oh wait, one of the windowsills isn't done yet. Not only that, but 13th Age has a couple of expansions, and they all Well, they expand, really. Don't know what happened to all this bubbled gum, but... I honestly think I don't want to know. Wait, which timber frame is missing? Oh, look at the building go. How clean she gets. This one's annoying. And these, the attractions are generally kind of painful. They're very big, very involved, intricate. I think we're going to do the temple, but first the ancient statue. Because I really like the ancient statue. It's easy. Everything is relatively simple to clean. But what you get in return is... I would love a game where they have like things like the gnomes, you know, like, oh, there's gnomes on every level. They're not haunted or anything. It's just that one of your buddies is just like that. Heads out ahead of you and hides a gnome for you to find. I think that's him. It's gotta be, right? But good luck actually confirming that from here. So, another thing to like about this level is you really only need to place this one down here, and then you're kind of good. The ladder is gravy. So, as per usual, we're going to go from the top to the bottom. Because that's just smart. It's just smart. And the first time you give it a lick, it's like, ooh. It's nice and easy because it's all sand and grime and mud. Nothing too hard to clean off. You just get to enjoy. It's like painting with bases. There's a couple of nooks and crannies that require some more refined aim, but that comes when it comes. Man, I would love to no-clip around here. Take a look. Don't forget to wash behind your ears. Just like me, trying to make history. Judge. Sure. Man, that'd be a funny achievement. Get 100% without ever stepping on the statue. Then again, if this game ever gets any real achievements, they should all be relatively easygoing or have easy solutions. Because I don't think this game would work well if the 100%ers... Like, the 100%ers deserve a holiday too, you know? People want to go for everything in the game. They deserve to have a nice, easy experience too. And I like those games too. Because sometimes it's a lot of work. Other times, you know, it's just like you just play the game and you're done. You get to wash under your chin. If they do make that achievement, clean this guy without ever stepping on him directly. It should just be called Archaeologists, or it belongs to do something cute like that. Perfect place and time for it. Ah, oh, up the nostrils. Don't pick your nose, honey. No. Up to down, up to down. Na 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 na. La 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 la. This ear slab's not clean yet. Why not? What's on? What's on your ears? Ho ho ho! I'm so smart. Can you even clean them 100% with the ears? I don't like you can't aim down well without, you know, initiating slowdown mode, but that's got a point. It's got a raison d'être. Anyway, let's get him straight in the face. Let's teach him a lesson he won't soon forget, shall we? Why, he shouldn't be messing with us, the Uptown boys. We'll do the amulet last. It's a cute final detail. Beautiful. What a beautiful morning. What a beautiful day. Can't seem to figure out what the last spot is. Alright, I'll give up on my little personal chance because I don't want to sit here all day doing this. Yeah, that'd be very hard to hit normally. Alright, what else about the head ain't working? One of the eyes isn't clean yet. Oh, an ear slab, sorry. Face slabs, one not good yet. Got him. Oh, somewhere left. Also, several lore bits imply that apparently the people of this world are water monkeys or something. You know, with the webbing and all not being considered unusual. Something I'm not sure. I kind of like it. It's like, yeah, it doesn't really matter what's different. And still two shoulder slabs that I haven't gotten yet. And there's one over there and one over here. I mean, the funny part is that if this is like an alternate universe, where people are like aquatic or something. Well, it's come up as a theory, not as a real fact thing. One with the gnomes. Can't stop thinking about shark bait. Cause she got that charm, baby. People always underestimate what a little extension can do for you. I say that it is our civic duty to scratch the statue's back. Ah! One must be very careful to do it properly. Or stand to lose life's greatest prizes. Where are the web stuff? Fin spines. Oh. Delightful. Lower torso slabs, 2 left. Yeah, it's a lot of crack work on this one. Small itty bitty details that require small itty bitty cleaning. But I kind of like that. It's very different from a lot of maps where it's just large whole scale cleaning. Cool. Oh wow, the smoke actually goes away. A little bit. Why does this game have so many cool design details? It's like this is gonna end up being the springboard of some weird other world game or something. Oh, dang. Well, let's do one more temple. And have some fun. I don't recall this one too much, but I do recall that I was watching Table Friends, I think, doing that Undead Paladin story in Waterdeep, or whatever it was. What the heck did he just do? I wasn't looking. Alright, let's get this back up. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, the temple's a bit of a mess. And unlike a lot of other structures, it's not very kind as to how you're going to climb it. It's a really vertical structure with no good ways to climb it, no good ways to stay on it once you're there. A nice different like, again, this is a game about using a power washer to make things clean, and they put so much effort into the details. In terms of, like, this is a vertical level, this is a weird level, this is a level with moving parts. By the way, the poles on the carousel aren't all visible at once, so you have to move it around a little bit at the very least to get, like, someone either cares or someone is just having the time of their life. I want to give these guys more money. They deserve it. Also, a wholly different gnome. What? Like, What? I love it. Like, that's why I'm come back to this game and just like playing it. It's just fun to do the game. And besides the game, there's all the other parts that are also great. And like when you clean things up, I swear there has to be some kind of filter that gets applied because it looks so much better. Or maybe that's just how the human mind perceives cleaning. I don't know. But like by the end, it's like, man, that looks amazing. How is this the same building? Like, they could have gone lazy with the skybox. I mean, like, oh, it's just in the middle of a forest again. But no, they went for a nice foresty area. And they gave a little backstory. And someone clearly put in way more work than was necessary for the bare minimum, you know. And maybe that's why I like this game. Is, despite it being the kind of game that could just be, like, a couple of bucks, a couple of hours of fun, maybe. It is so much more. To the point that I actually care about how I do this. I really wish I could give them more a couple of bucks, because I feel like I cheated them by just paying once. That's how much I think this game is good. Is I feel like I cheated the developers with how much I paid. This game and I, we vibe. This is what vibing is, I assume. Like, this level also has another... Like, they always have, like, tricky bits. This one is annoying as heck. It's the figureheads. They're very frustrating in a very unique kind of way. That they have a couple of parts, predictable parts, that are fairly difficult to clean on a first go. Also, it's so parkour heavy. You can do this with the ladder for a large part of it, but... Oh, you get 2 ladders, actually. I thought you got 1. Oh, well. Oh, but even that won't... The fact they want to make an independent aiming system too. Like, gosh, man, who's paying you for this? Are you a laundry operation? Are you laundering money for the Russian government? Is that what you're up to? It's like, look at this amazing game in order to justify it, and because it's a government job, it's like they want it to look really official, so they make a really good game. I'd love that. I'd actually love that way more than it's just people who really are having passion for the job. See, that part is kind of annoying on this one in particular because you have no angle to approach them from but the top. Oh, that's what this ladder spot is for, isn't it? Gosh, I wish I knew that earlier, but I never really used the ladders much. Ladders and I, we don't jam, you know. Time for a battle. Euro battle, bring it on. Which is really all I can imagine the song is, because I heard it in Dutch. You know what I want this game to have at the end? If you 100% this game, you should get a jetpack. A jetpack and like a super cleaner. Although I guess that would also encourage people to be... that's a hard question. It's always fun to have cheat codes at the end that are for perfectionists. So if you ever come back, you can go the easy way. You've earned it, bucko. Getting just a smidge hungry, but that's alright. Would I want this game to have special... I don't know if I want this game to have specialist cleans now that I think about it. I kind of like having one generic cleaner. But on the other hand, I would appreciate having specialist tools that are slightly better for like a large swath of area. You know, like a cleaner that just always gets rid of mud, no matter how small it is. That'd be nice. But on the other hand, this game has a pricing structure that's very weird. People really like their cleaning fluids. I don't use cleaning fluids much, but that's because I did a playthrough specifically about not using cleaning fluids. And the one time I used them on my first playthrough, they weren't available. They were available in unlimited supply, so I wasted a lot of money on that, and then I kind of gave up. Cleaning fluids are cheap. They pretty much clean up whatever you aim it at, just like that. No fuss, no muss. No hassle, no tassel. Do not copy that floppy, they said. You cannot stop me, copyright protection. I have the most powerful copy machine in the world. Using 2 billion teraflops, it can copy anything, including this floppy. Oh no. That floppy contains a single copy of the Sierra hit game King's Quest. If you copy that floppy, then Sierra will miss out on less than $100. They will never survive such a criminal activity. As they say, every copy pirated and copied is a copy not sold. I will steal all of their sales using this marvelous machine. Gosh, that would be a great machine, wouldn't it? It's my copy floppyinator. This device creates copies of a video game and then gives me the potential profits it may have had if someone was interested in actually purchasing it. It is a beautiful inator and very criminal. How it works, nobody knows. Where the money comes from, nobody knows either. But it works. And that's all that matters. Copy that floppyinator. He'll copy every floppy and make $1 a piece. Copy floppy, floppy. Gosh, I would love that. Wait, Leonard? Leonard French, the copyright lawyer? That'd be a perfect guy for someone who makes the copy floppyinator. What a dumb machine. What a stupid application. But one cannot argue with the profits. Of course, he has a very good reason why he uses the copy floppyinator. Because he strongly has the question of like, okay, listen. If it costs me like $5 to replicate the CD-ROM, if that's the actual cost of the CD-ROM, then why should it cost any more? And that's not good reasoning. Because there's the argument of all the labor that went into the actual product on the floppy. But he somehow gets people on board. I guess that's what you call charisma. Chewy, chewy, chew-wah, chewy, chewy, chew-wah. And we can't have him called Leonard, even though he is everyone's favorite copyright lawyer. But we can't call him Agent L. That would work. Because of the law. It's just that Leonard doesn't really ring all that well. Lenny might. Because you got that high note on which you can put a higher emphasis. Copyright lawyer. Copyright lawyer. Platypus. Yeah. Lawyer. Lawyer's too short. But copyright lawyer's too long. Shark bait. Do not worry, billion-dollar media companies. Leonard the legal lawyer is here to save the day. God darn it, Leonard. We're in such a pickle. If this union comes to be, we'll miss out on trillions. And since they'll have legal protections, we won't be able to fire them on a dime after a production is done. What are we supposed to do? Oh no, it's the Unioninator. Leonard. Do-we-do-we-do-wah, do-we-do-we-do-wah. I love how they just gave up on that Waterdeep Choose Your Own Adventure book too. Just kind of went their own way. Oh, oh, my neck's starting to act up a bit. Oh, oh, oh. Give me a moment. Take a snack so I'll be quiet for a bit. I mean, I'm already quiet. What got me about that book too is that it constantly kept harping on about you're an undead, you can't feel anything, and you're so sad that you can't feel anything. Just kept hammering it home. Ugh. They made the writing lazy, and as a choose-your-own-adventure book, that's kind of lame. I wonder what this chapter's gonna mention. That I'm an undead and can't feel love or appreciate beauty. Wah, 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 wah. Shark bait is a little weasel in action. Oh, it's the Eve. Beautiful. Ah, yes, using my contrast improvinator. Gosh, I can't do that voice at all because I've never practiced one such voice. My logical would suck at it on the first go. The contrast improvinator. Still technically violates copyright law because it creates an undesirable copy of the item in question. Unfortunately, Lenny does have to, in fact, intervene, even though it's a completely peaceful application for personal use. Unfortunately, the interests that Lenny, the copyright lawyer, represents are not interested in the true legal applications. The letter of the law is irrelevant. When you can have unlimited power. Imagine having unlimited power to make any copy of any floppy. Lucky for Leonard, the copyright lawyer. Entrapment is not against the law if you're a lawyer. Leonard! God, how big the temple really was. Leonard! Leonard is a copyright lawyer in action. Leonard believes himself to be above the law. Leonard will arrest the innocent because the law just don't care. You can't reform only. Gosh, that's just dumb. Gosh. The stone base. Oh, my hand's starting to act up a bit. Stretch it. Stretch it. Ooh, don't forget to... Keep it nimble and keep it loose. Da, 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 da. He might be a platypus, but he's also certified to carry out the law no matter where. That's not how the law works. In America, you need to be certified in states. I don't know how the Dutch law handles this, actually. I'm uncertain. Don't be careful, by the way. Flying buttresses. What are they for again? I think it was stabilization or like putting tension on the building or something. You know what, let's just look it up. It'll be a nice thing to do. What is a buttress? Or was it an extension of an archway? Is an architectural structure built against or projecting from a wall which provides support or reinforces that wall. Are fairly common in more architect buildings, or more ancient buildings, as a means of providing support against the sideways forces arising from inadequate bracing. The term counterfort. Synonymous as usually referred to dam. Retaining walls are... Oh, cool, that's cool. Counterfort. The angled buttress, the clasping buttress, the diagonal or French buttress, and the setback buttress. Man, I didn't even know there were that many kinds. I've learned so much about buttresses. I feel more powerful than any architect of the ancient world. Although those guys actually did like the math, so I can't really argue that. It holds no weight or water, nor will it hold up against the ancient flying buttresses. Flying buttress, flying buttress. Time to put on the heavy hose, because this stuff is, what is this? Rust? Moss. Cool decoration, bro. Bro. Always check under, kids. That's where they hide the good stuff. Leonard the Flying Buttress. Nice. I think that clears up the whole back. Pretty sure buttress is supposed to be bigger than this, but whatever. I've never made a buttress, or done the math to calculate what a buttress should do. I think they went with this mostly because of, again, building verticality to mix up level design. The metro is fun, because that's just a bunch of long lines. Ugh. The subway station, sorry. But it's called the metro here, so I get confused. Be careful, Leonard the copyright lawyer. He holds tremendous power and influence in the lower courts, so you must drag out the case until we can appeal to the higher courts. Dun dun da 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 da. The private ownership of ideals is a terrible idea, a terrible idea. It allows people to sit on their rails. Not to mention the fact originality is as dead as a big old rat. Rat! God damn it, Claire, why do you like rats so much? I mean, I guess Debbie also likes rats. I know too many people that like rats. Oh, manure. That's also known as poop. Agent Buttress. Gosh, I love that Dovenschmerz once traps parry using the laws of social convention. It'd be awkward for you to leave. Da 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 da. Man, I should work on my Dovenschmerch impression because it's a fun one. Gosh, that's Perry the Teenage Girl. That one's good too. That one was great. Perry the Flying Buttress. And now we got a whole other side to the exact same thing. Ugh, I know, right? I know. Perry is a flying buttress in action. If you couldn't fly with a butt like this, you don't deserve to die. You will stay in purgatory, living out the final days. For the rest of the whole universe, no less. It is a cruel but just punishment, because I said so. Anything can be a fair deal if I say so. Oh man, I'm just, really starting to feel it. Whew. Do. Well, let's go read a thing or two. Oh dear God, no. Ah. Wow. Well, time to post this funny meme and go on. One thing I like about 13th Age is the mook system. It's a really fun way of handling things, I'll be honest. So, you know how minions, if you hit them at all, they go ouchie baba, I'm dead now, I guess. Mooks are like that, but a bit more durable, because mooks stick around according to HP thresholds instead. So, you might have 5 mooks and each contributes 25 to a pool, but if you do 50 damage, then 2 mooks die. And 13th Age goes, you might ask, oh, how does that, like, work? And it's like, yeah, how does that work? Explain to your friends. That's why you're the game master. Make something up. It's a very loose system strategically. It doesn't use squares or anything. So it can get away with that. I'd like to remind everyone that Leonard, the copyright lawyer, is not meant to be a slight at Leonard French at all. That's merely coincidental because I need something to work with. You know, might as well stick with what you got. I kind of want to see, like, what are you going to go for first time? Gonna go for the annoying bits? Or are you going to go for the easy bits? There's benefits and upsides and downsides to each. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, cool. I was wondering when they would show up. No. What name? Nice. Wah. How do I even own this game is a great question. I don't know if I'd even be able to find that answer. How much more? How much more? I give that, as they say. Huh. This should be the last part. These stairs look kind of plain. People always go rock and concrete or regular, right? No, not that single color. Really. Does buying followers ever actually help you achieve your goal? Because, like, the followers are technically the goal in and of themselves, so anything that bypasses that step, by definition, doesn't actually help you achieve your goal. It gets you the numbers, but not what the numbers are supposed to do, you know? It's like selling someone fake money. It's like, here's $100 fake dollars for just $1. Yeah, but I can't actually buy anything with this. Here's 100 inflatable bricks to build any house with you so desire. It's like, yeah, but I can't actually make a house out of these. Not to mention, you're probably very lonely sitting around with them. I mean, I guess if those numbers could, like, you know, were actual temporary people that watched, that got you higher up on the to-watch list, then yes, I could see that paying off in some fashion, but... We have left the braziers, the doors decoration, and 2 pedestals. So I think we're good now. Fresh from the manure fields. Man, I remember Patrick's song. What's so funny about it is that the song lyrics itself is what makes it bad, apparently. Which is kind of funny. Ik vond een droge cracker hiervoor op het trottoir. I like that it identifies that as wood as it should be. Puncher. 3 hours, and we did a bunch of jobs. That's real nice. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Like a picture. I really like how the trees move and the sky moves. It really adds so many little details. Well, that's that. That's that. I'm done. I should have done some vehicles, but maybe next time we'll do some vehicles.